I deal with my opponents a little bit like I handle my love life. I make sure I leave a lasting impression. I don't care what kind of shape you're in. I'm going to knock your teeth back out the other side of your head. You understand that? Because it's the best thing going today. Let's go, Buffalo.
Welcome to the Mafia Sports Report. I am Tommy. Please like, subscribe, hit the notification bell because I always forget to tell you. Oh my God, we got a win when the game was close.
Danny, you call that holding up? He gave up the touchdown at the end and got bailed out by them not being able to line up correctly. I'm not giving this to McDermott.
Yeah, let me tell you, there was
we won despite the coaching.
You know what? This was a typical bye week, 7-0 now for McDermott, but sluggish as all hell. Our receivers, guys, by the way, were a no-show. But we faced off a good team. Less, I know they're struggling on offense, but listen, at the end, the 4th and 15, yes, finally, we made a play. Like, we have to give our defense credit there. But, man, it was very close, guys, to losing that game if it wasn't for Tony, who's going to get killed. He's going to get destroyed by KC fans and media this week, Mikey. He pretty much cost them the game probably on that.
Oh, absolutely. I don't know if you saw it at the end, but Mahomes went after the ref. They had to hold him back. He lost his flipping mind.
I know, of course.
Like there was like 8 guys having to hold him back.
But it was the right call. It was the right call. It was the right call.
He was not having it.
I'll tell you, man. The refs this season, guys, in general, though, even though that was a right call, KC has no room to complain. The refereeing this year is so sloppy. I don't get it. As a Bills fan, that catch by Murray was not a catch. I'm sorry. The Kelsey catch was not a catch.
It was just like
and they called it. I don't get it. It was like almost like they made up for the Kelsey catch. You know what I mean? Like, I don't even get it. By the way, Murray, what are you doing? Like, you had that, and he's a good pass catcher. Unbelievable play by Allen that was almost ruined because he couldn't get it. Real quick, Mikey, and we're gonna get into the game, but what was Joe Brady thinking?
Oh, don't even get me started. I was texting you. What the fuck are you doing? They have 2 timeouts. You get a new set of down on a bailout call on their end, and you go pass, run the damn ball.
With 2 minutes, 7 seconds, right? You know they're okay. Run the ball first down.
2-12.
Or 2-12, sorry. But either way, run the ball. They're going to call a timeout. They're going to use this. I mean, like, they're going to have to use at least 2 timeouts there. And we pass. I don't get it. I'm shocked. And we went away from Cook.
But
Absolutely.
Cook was our best player on the field today, and they just went away from him.
Absolutely. On both pass catching and running.
It's like
I don't get it. I was confused, but there were some good plays as well out there. I thought our tight ends made some good catches.
Hardy came up big.
Yeah, Hardy. Oh my! And by the way, that was an unbelievable throw by Josh Allen. I mean, honestly, at first I was like, "What are you doing?" Like, because in real time, I just like, oh, it's gonna get picked off. But it was such a dime, bro. Mm-hmm. Perfect, and thank God, Hardy.
I got to call this out. We had a sighting. We
did another one.
He made a couple plays today when we needed him to come up.
Unbelievable, right? I mean, maybe he's getting there. Maybe he's turning the corner. But he did. He came out with a couple huge plays. Gregory Rousseau, by the way, of that last 4th and 15, or was it Floyd? Who was it that got to? I think
Floyd
it was Floyd,
at the
right?
end.
Floyd at the end. Yeah.
And because he got to him, the ball sailed on Mahomes.
Exactly.
Otherwise, the guy was open.
You got to put pressure on him. You saw when we went to that typical McDermott second half kind of defense where we were playing the soft zone prevent again, giving them all. You can't do that. You got to put pressure on Mahomes' face. You got to play physical.
So, Callie, I want to hit you on this one. The one that Davis was wide open. He also had Chris Jones in Allen's face. He couldn't see him.
By the way,
that was the problem most of the day. We had receivers running open deep, but Josh had no time to get the ball out to them.
Right. Easier said. Right. I agree. And he was wide open. But it's easier said than done when you got guys coming at you 100 miles an hour. By the way, pass protection today, awful. McGovern was getting used and abused. And my other thing, if I had to complain real quick before we get to the good, because there was some good, obviously the win, but Joe Brady not getting help for Allen on some of these, in the game on these pressures, man, because he had they were coming in free rushers, man.
And he wasn't holding guys in. He kept them, empty backfield constantly. And Spen Groot went back to his safety days of high school when he played safety and was able to cover the running back down the sideline.
That was great, by the way. Yeah. I agree on that one.
Diggs was 4 of 11, and he had 3 drops.
My God, he was sluggish.
Today.
He was. Listen, I text Mikey right away. I mean, I'm talking guys like 2 minutes in the game. Like, I'm like, Diggs looks sluggish. Like he looks like he's just jogging out there. He just did not look like he was ready to play football today. And that happens. Listen, sometimes it's a bye week. I told you guys. You know what's weird, Mikey? We're now 7-0 under McDermott in bye weeks, but we're always sluggish. And let's hope, guys, next week versus the Cowboys, we don't play this way. Because I'm telling you, we can't win. We can't continue to win games like that. You gotta play better than that. Our receivers need to step up, and our pass protection needs to be better than what it was tonight. That was tough. That was brutal to watch. Allen was under pressure all game long, man.
Allen just pulled stuff out of his hat to make
out of his ass,
happen
man. You absolutely.
Think about it. The one bad throw. He made the one bad throw.
He did. Yep. But even the field goal, field goal at the end, Mikey, that he got to Kincaid. I think it was Kincaid.
Yeah.
Bass may have missed that if he didn't get the extra yards on that bullshit throw that he did.
Yeah.
So just throw. By the way, Bass, boy, he's really
play shake it off.
He's shaky.
He was like 2 for 2 today, and 2 for 2 on field. So he's 4 for 4.
Shaky, but I got to say though, McDermott not giving Bass an opportunity before the half was
at 62. That was just odd.
That was odd. Why not? Listen, you paid the guy a lot of money. He has a big leg. Give him the opportunity. Matter of fact, they panned over to Bass like he was going to go out there, like he was ready. He was going to try, and they're like, no. It's like, dude, man, like I don't get it, man. Some of the decision making is so bad at times, Mikey, and that's where it gets when crunch time. Like, their coaching just goes. They just lose themselves. I don't know what happens.
I'm with you, Spen, but it's not happening.
Well, let's get to the good because we did win, and I don't want this to be continuing to be bad.
Swift loves Josh Allen.
She must, yeah. So let's get to the good, man, because we've been
so some good. We came out hot. Remember, we said we had to start hot. We came out.
We did.
We punted right away. To start the game. Then we got the ball back and we went down and scored a touchdown. A fantastic schemed up call by Joe Brady.
Oh, dude,
got James Cook in the seam. He hit him. He held on to it and he ran for the touchdown. It was awesome.
It was a beautiful design play. 100%. Well executed by everybody on the field as well. But yeah.
Yep. And then we went out and I believe we got the ball back again and we scored. Then they scored. And then we scored, and then they scored after Josh we were going to go up 17-0, or 21-0, and well, first off, let's touch base on that one because I didn't like the play call. If you look, there was nobody in Josh's view except Trent Sherfield, 25 yards downfield. Like, what are we doing on those play calls where we have points? Like, why do we not have any short release valves there. I don't understand that.
And we still don't know how to do screen games, by the way, which I don't get, because they work. They work if you can run, if you know how to execute them. They actually do work.
It's like an organizational failure. We don't know how. We've had multiple coordinators, and nobody knows how to run a screen.
Yeah, it's crazy. The most basic play that's been in the NFL for years.
And that's what killed us today, was all the little screen.
Absolutely. Yeah, they didn't do anything crazy on offense today.
I'll give you that, Spin. I believe it was Brady's worst game so far.
Oh, yeah.
However, he did enough to get us the job. And for the first time in a while, the defense showed up at the end and closed it out. It was nice to see the defense stand up and close it out. Although we did get lucky. They did blow it, and we got lucky.
Yeah, absolutely. You know what it was, though? I think what happened to Brady today, he started off pretty hot, except for the first series, but he started off pretty hot. And then I think when KC adjusted and started bringing more pressure is when Brady just didn't really – I think he just lost his ways. He didn't have an answer for KC's pressure. And you saw the rest of the game how it went. We scored, 6 points the remainder of the game? Is that correct? 6 points? Let me see here.
Yeah. Six points. We kicked the field goal in the third and the fourth.
Yeah.
So and really, I don't want to put all of it on Joe Brady, because a couple of times we were driving, our guys holding calls. We're killing them.
Yeah.
Like every time we started getting something going, and Joe
drop
started getting his bag, pass, holding, we just kept shooting ourselves in the foot over.
I agree with that. I just felt like the pressure was never he never had an answer. We just let it keep happening. And KC, by the way, kept doing it. It wasn't like KC wasn't going to stop until we figured it out. And it just never stopped. Like we never could figure that out. And we kind of, like I said, the end drive, by the way, too, let's not forget about the Trent Sherfield, what was it, holding downfield or something like that?
Yeah.
It was illegal contact downfield.
Yeah.
Once again, a call that went our way. Boy, it kind of got lucky. That's a call usually goes the other way.
It's been a while since we've had those. Working this with Brady had 2 weeks repair and didn't look good in the second half. I don't want to put this all on Brady, because Brady was,
players had us
going down, and our offensive line got their ass handed to them.
Absolutely.
And I put that not so much on Brady, but on Cromer. Because they had multiple holding calls that killed drives. Holding calls. So did we? I thought we got away from the run game. I thought we got away from using our backs. We started throwing the ball downfield more rather than underneath, and we got away from that. But I think he could have done a better job. I don't think it was his worst. It's his worst he's done so far for us, but it wasn't horrible. He got us 20 points to win the game.
It is a good defense too. No matter, we did say going into this game, 5. Right, that the Chiefs' defense is like what's going on with the Chiefs right now is their offense, right? Their struggles on offense, but their defense, we knew going into this game would be, something to watch for, and it was, man.
I don't think Cook touched the ball again, but like one time in the second half. I swear.
I don't remember many.
I think he had a 2 yard. I think he had a 2 yard. I think he had a 2 yard run in the second half, and that was like it. Like he didn't touch the ball very much in the second half at all.
Yeah, we abandoned it for some reason. It's what we do. I don't get it, but either way, man, guys. Close game, man. 20-17. Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Big must-win game. And usually, guys, by the way, these games have not gone our way. Usually, there's always something that we do stupid. Like, honestly, tell me, Mikey, that you weren't looking for some kind of penalty on that 4th and 15 after the
Oh, absolutely I was. I was waiting for the illegal contact to come out. Because that's what happens with us.
They go to commercial, like, we're going to go to commercial. They come back like, wait, hold on, guys.
Well, listen, I'm not gonna bang on Shakir. Shakir had one opportunity, and he had a catch. Shakir was open a few times underneath, and Josh went elsewhere and completed the ball. Shakir just wasn't game planned today, which is odd.
I think it was sluggish by everybody. I'll stay straight.
But that's how we come out of every bye.
No, I know. That's what I'm saying. After bye weeks, we're usually. But I'm just saying there were some players that weren't sluggish. James Cook.
Stop using it.
I thought James Cook wasn't sluggish. James Cook came out, ready to play some football. Right? Josh Allen, he wasn't sluggish. He did everything he could to win that game. I don't care. Listen, Atlas King. I don't care about his rating today. I care about the plays he had to make when it was needed for this team to win the game. And my God, did you watch the game? You understand the amount of pressure where he
Not only that, but
running
his
for his
guys
life, just
dropped it
doing
on
whatever he could to make this right, to make a first down, make a play. Was it his best game? Of course not. But I thought he played like a warrior out there, man. I really do. I thought Allen played a good game. Hey, that's a great point. I'm gonna be honest.
I thought Knox actually played halfway decent today.
He did.
He caught all the ones that were thrown to him,
but
they went to a lot of 10% or 12 personnel today, and I did not like that. I'm going to be perfectly honest. We're better than 11.
And absolutely.
Sonny,
Absolutely.
thank you for the super chat, brother.
Hey, man, I haven't seen Sonny
I'm
in a
happy
while.
with the win. Small sigh of relief. Really love how we ran the ball in the first half. Let's add that piece to this. Love how we ran the ball in the first half. Second half, we didn't really run the ball, and I think that's part of the reason why we struggled down the stretch. But we got out of here with a win. See, I thought we should have lost this one, but we should have won the Eagles game. So I'll take the win no matter how you can get it. At this point, I'll take the win when we can get it.
take the win, man. Real quick though, we did have some key injuries. Micah Hyde. Let's just hope, man. It is a stinger, but man, that does raise a concern, man. It's been a few times this year with the neck thing, and I know we talked about keeping him around another year, but
I don't know if he'll be able. He might hang it up. He might hang
That's
it
what I'm saying. Even at this point, it's like, dude, you got to probably think about your health. You know what I mean? Because clearly there's something going on there still.
And the second one, he was on the ground in some
and he was
pain,
big time pain. Now he looked fine after, obviously, he was on the sideline, had his cap on, but still, man, I that's never a good sign, especially when you had neck surgery 2 times in a row.
Yeah.
So it is concerning, man, guys.
That
is
that Allen sideline flip to
holy shit.
What was vintage Allen. It's what Allen does. And then Murray almost fucked it up.
I thought I honestly didn't think he caught it. I'm gonna be honest with you. I thought he was juggling almost the whole time. I mean, he had it maybe for a second. I didn't think that was a catch. But hey, thank you, referees. I'll take it. Take it.
It's not very often that it goes our way. I'm still pissed over the Eagles game. You and me both. Kincaid diving catch on the third down was insane. That was Josh was playing chicken with his defender. Like, which way am I gonna go? And then he just flipped it out to Kincaid.
That side, and that sidearm throw.
Oh, super chat. Thank you, Sophia. We appreciate it. Smash the like. Go Bills go 8-0 to finish with the Super Bowl. One down. He didn't come back into the game, Alice King. He was on the sidelines with a beanie on, cheering on his team. He was still involved. He was in the huddles. He was talking to guys. He was very much involved. He just wasn't.
He never came back.
So.
By the way, AJ Epinesa had a huge play to begin with, and then he got. I guess he got hurt on the play. And
when he got tackled,
did he break his ribs? I mean, that's
they just said ribs.
Yeah, I'm just saying. I mean, out for the game. It's not like maybe. Let's just hope it's a bruised rib. Because I'm going to tell you, man, AJ Epinesa has been playing pretty damn good football this season for us, and he's the only one that seems to be tipping the ball a lot. Now, Ed Oliver got a
big one at the end.
Yes. So I still don't understand why our players don't do that more. Put your hands up, man.
Especially someone like Jordan Phillips, who's like 100 feet tall.
Gregor Rousseau, and even Leonard Floyd's tall. Like, put your hands up, man. Knock those passes down, man.
Everyone knows the third neck surgery always fixes the problem.
Yeah, I know, right?
Murray got 3 feet down and then bobbled it and lost it. I understand why they called it a catch. It was catch and fumble, but you can't let that ball go, man. You have to hold on to that ball and get extra yards.
Right.
But that's just the way the gear's gone for us.
Mm-hmm.
Murray almost pulled a Sammy Watkins. Yeah, it was another stinger. He had a stinger right before the bye week too. That's the problem. Is now he's had stinger in back-to-back games.
Yeah, that's concerning. By the way, Spin is a member now of the Mafia Sports Report. He joined.
Spin us?
I believe today.
Spin. Attaboy, Spin.
Thank you, buddy. I meant to tell you that earlier when I saw that.
Right on. Collins Hyde's been getting stingers the last 3 games. Yeah, I don't know what they're going to do with him.
Yeah, but like they're going to have a decision to make in the offseason.
On the Chiefs touchdown, it was Cam Lewis back there. After that, Cam Lewis wasn't back there anymore, and they went back to Rapp. And I thought we played better with Rapp.
Yeah, I did too. I thought he was more physical.
Yeah.
But oh man, Mikey, that was so too close for comfort, man.
Yeah, Lindsay, we got a Vaughn sighting today.
Hey, I was telling Mikey too. Vaughn seems to be going so deep in his rushes, far way out to the edge, outside edge, that he's getting way behind the quarterback. And I thought at the end there,
he started turning.
He started turning more into the inside and making plays like you saw. That's vintage Vaughn.
Yeah.
And I hope we could see that moving forward. By the way, they did talk about the Von Miller thing.
Yep.
A little bit during the game.
They just said the same thing we've heard all
week. Everything we know. I'm just saying that they did bring it up. They also brought up the McDermott thing, which they had to, obviously. They're going to bring it up. But, yeah, it was interesting. I'm just glad that Vaughn finally did something to,
now he's having more material to roast from Tommy on. Yes.
Oh, hey, Spin, you made a mistake in roast, man. It's ROAST, bro.
Yeah, it's all right. Vaughn, did you know Vaughn had 2 QB hits today?
Yeah.
He had 2 QB hits today.
Yeah.
And one, I can't believe they didn't call Mahomes down. He should have had his first sack of the season.
I know, man. I do remember.
I don't know how they didn't call him down.
By the way,
Allen down for the same.
They called Allen. I was just about to say they called Allen down. Here's some stats, by the way, if you wanna read them, if you can see.
Yeah. So Allen was 23 of 42 for 233, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. He also had 10 carries for 32 yards and a touchdown. Allen now has hit 25 passing touchdowns and 10 rushing touchdowns.
Mm-hmm.
He's the first. I think he's like only the third QB to ever have 25 and 10 in a season.
Yep.
James Cook had 10 carries for 58 yards. All of that was in the first half. He had 5 catches for 83 yards and a touchdown. All of that was in the first half. We did not use Cook in the second half at all. Nope. And I was not happy. Ty Johnson, 5 for 19. Latavius Murray, 3 for 9. I'll be honest, I would much rather see Ty Johnson in there right now than Latavius Murray.
Yeah, I agree. I think Murray's starting to show his age a little bit as the season goes on. And he's wearing down. But you know what, though? Why not sit him out here? If you, like you said, maybe you are right. Maybe put Fournette and get him back to being, get his juice going. It's for time for the playoffs, because I still think we will need him. I still like what Murray does for this team.
Let's see what let's just sit him down a game and bring up Fournette. Because you have 2 calls and see what he can do, and then you still have Johnson in there. And I thought Johnson played well. He had 2 catches for 2 yards. He wasn't like superstar, but he made the catches that he needed to. I thought he was better with running the ball today. He's more of the power back. We just didn't use him. We didn't run very much in the second half. I mean, hell, Josh threw almost 50 times again. That's nuts.
Look at his receiving stats, by the way, disgusting, except for Cook.
Yeah. Knox was 3 for 3 for 36. Hardy was 1 for 1 for 25. Diggs was 4 for 11 for 24.
Yeah, that's
with
crazy,
3 drops. With 3
drops.
drops.
I'm telling you guys, bad game. He was
not
sluggish.
A bad game. It's been a bad month.
It's been game 3 or 4. It's been a bad month.
Diggs has dropped balls left and right.
Yeah. No, and last year I think he had 8 or 9. He was up there and dropped. So
Dalton Kincaid had 8 targets, 5 catches, 21 yards. Again, now that Dawson Knox is back, all we're doing is them the little dump offs. We're no longer sending him downfield, which pisses me off.
Yep.
Shakir had 1 for 1 for 12. I wish we would, and it was the little bubble screen. I wish we would get him involved. He is so good with run after the catch. We need to get him involved more. Sherfield was 1 for 9. Johnson was 2 for 2 for 2. Gabe Davis was 0 for 2.
Yeah.
And he was running all by himself down the middle when Josh didn't have any time to throw it to him.
Right.
If you notice, he ran straight that time, by the way. He didn't go to the corner.
So as far as sacks goes, we had 1 combined. Ed Oliver had a half, and Gregory Rousseau had
it's hard to sack.
It is. Mahomes. It is. I understand that. Epinesa with the interception. Once again, Hardy's just not good at returning kick. I don't know what happened to him. Mm-hmm. I'm waiting for him to do something. He's just nothing. By the way, Sam Martin too. Ugh.
He had a really good one at the end.
50. I mean, I guess. I mean, is that really good? It's all right.
He punted it out of bounds for 50 yards, so they didn't get a chance to return it.
I get it.
When we needed it to him at the end, he did. But
he's still not.
It's time to get a new punter.
Right. Absolutely.
It's time to get a punter with a better leg.
Absolutely.
Okay, so let's go down. Let's see what else we got. Poor clock management. It's his butt puckers, man. Every time within 2 minutes.
Yep. The team stats here, if you want. So time of possession.
35 to 24. That's good. We won time of possession. We won turnovers.
Penalties, we were better.
Man, was that Benford fumble, forced fumble, huge.
Oh, my God, dude. That might have been a huge reason why we win that game because they're driving. They have the momentum at that time. That is a big time, knockout by Benford.
Yeah, there. Steve Hardy did come up with a big time catches. The first time I've seen him on.
I couldn't believe it when he made it. I thought initially it was Diggs. Because I'm like, no one's gonna, short guy, because Diggs isn't the tallest, and I'm like, holy shit, that was Hardy. I couldn't believe it. Of all players to come up with a catch.
Atlas King, he had a really bad turf toe last year, and it seems that it zapped that quick burst he had. He hasn't made his return from it. He had a really bad turf toe and foot injury last year. So the punt god is available. However, for whatever reason, they love their veterans here.
Yeah, he's not going anywhere.
At least this ref crew understood that there can be a catch and fumble. The Eagles crew, touche. Yes. Honestly, I'm like, how did they call the Kelsey one a catch when the AJ Brown one was called an incomplete pass? It made zero sense to me whatsoever. They were the same freaking play.
I know. It's confusing, man.
Yes, we had a lot of help today in the wild card. Tommy, you want to hit on that? The scores around the league today?
Yeah. So we did have some help today. So let's get to that. Let me share the screen and let me go to the NFL score. So full scoreboard right here. And here we go, guys. So first, by the way, we'll do some just around the league in general. The Bears beating the Lions today.
They smoked
them. Yeah, I when the Lions made a comeback, I was like, oh, here we go. Right, Lions are gonna take off now and do what they're gonna do against the just blow the Bears out, and they wound up just shit in the bed. They did terrible. Buccaneers, by the way, nice ending drive there by Baker, won the game for him. That was a really nice throw. The Colts lost to the Bengals, by the way, who are on their third quarterback now. I don't know what happened to Browning in his thumb injury. We'll see, but man, that's still, even though they won, Mikey, they kind of lost, right? Because now they're down to the third quarterback, depending on what's going on with Browning. But that's big for us, right? So now the Colts go to 7-6. The Jaguars got beat today by the Browns. We needed the Jags to win. It is what it is. The Browns won. I'm surprised on that. The Saints blew out the Panthers. Here's a win. The Jets, by the way, everyone in the chat was laughing at me when I said the Jets were going to win this game. And they did. And they not only did, they blew them out.
Stroud got hurt.
And Stroud got a concussion. So I kind of saw that happening. I didn't see the score being 30-6, though. But I thought the Jets defense would do enough to win that game. They sure did. The Ravens, man, that was a great game versus the Rams. I don't know if you saw it. Punt return for a touchdown. Man, that was a good game. And then the Raiders lost 3-0 in a barn burner game. 49ers won 28-16.
No Geno Smith. No Geno Smith in that one.
And the Broncos beat the Chargers. By the way, the Chargers lost Herbert. I don't know if he's out.
Finger.
Yeah. So that
at this point, at 5-8, I have a feeling they're going to shut him down until he's healthy. He's been trying to play through that finger injury.
Yeah. Why even? I wouldn't even play him at that point. So there's your score update. So there was some games. There was some teams that helped us out for sure. I wonder if there's standings here because we didn't move up, by the way, because we got a terrible conference record. But here,
let me ask you this question, Tommy. While you're pulling that up, Connor comes in and says, "Hot take: Podesta deserves an extension." Is that a hot take?
That he say what now?
That he deserves an extension. I don't think it's a hot take. I think he's earned an extension. However, I have a feeling he's gonna get paid more than the Bills are willing to give him.
So Right. If he was willing to come back at where Brandon Beane feels comfortable.
$6-7 million a year, but I think he's going to get 9, 10, 11.
I agree. Because edge rushers always get a decent amount of money, even if you're decent, right? And I think right now he's trending up in the right direction, and teams are going to look at what he's done this year, his production. They're going to look at his production, and they're going to look at his age. So he's still young. He's getting better each season. He's going to get paid more than what.
This is a great comment from Triggs. Did you notice Allen was on his headset communicating with Brady on the sideline?
I did, and I
never saw that with Dorsey. You never and I noticed it. And he was on the headset a lot that whole offseason, and they were talking about what they can do. And then they came out and they put together that drive for the field goal. After they had that conversation. So whatever, I liked that. I want to see more of that moving forward when things aren't going right. That those two are talking to each other.
Absolutely. I like that too. But
you know what? We didn't move up, but we also tied with all of these guys. You have to remember, we were a game or two back over the last couple of weeks. So a lot of these losses are great for us.
But we knew that.
Play each other.
Exactly. So we said that going in, that it doesn't matter even if all the 7-5 teams lose, we don't go anywhere, right? But it's a good thing, right? No matter what, because these teams are slowly falling apart, except for maybe the Broncos. So Pittsburgh, come on, guys. You know where Pittsburgh stands right now.
They're lost back-to-back to 2-win teams.
And their offense is a hot mess right now. Cleveland, even though they're 8-5, I can't see them continuing to win like that with Flacco as their quarterback. The Colts, they are what they are, man. Gardner Minshew, I just don't see him leading that team. So Houston, who knows how long this concussion is? And you can see what happened today when no Tank Dell. Now they're missing their number one receiver. Now who knows what happens to their quarterback?
Yep.
The Denver Broncos.
Before you move on, we got a super chat. Thank you, C. Duffy. We appreciate your super chat. Let's get it, fellas.
Thank you. Denver, we'll see what happens. And the Bengals, I think the Bengals are going to start falling apart, especially if they're on their third-string quarterback. We'll see what happens to their backup. But we definitely have an opportunity, Mikey, to move up this ladder for sure.
Yeah.
And today was the start of it.
Yep.
The start of it. Absolutely. And I said on the pregame, Mikey, if the Bills can win today and next week versus the Cowboys, I do see them winning the 5 in a row. I do see them winning out. But we'll see, next week's next week. But I do believe that because you beat the Cowboys, your momentum, the momentum that's going to bring to the team, the confidence that's going to bring to the team. And then you got the Chargers.
Right. The Chargers, the Patriots, and the Dolphins. Then our final one with the Dolphins in Miami.
Right, who we beaten already. So the confidence going against Miami is saying, hey, we know we could beat them. We've already beaten them. So I just say, like I said, get through these 2 games, which we already got through 1 now. Get through the Cowboys, and I think this team can go ahead and win those 5 games that we needed them to.
Yep. Someone in here said when they were talking about AJ deserves extension, they said it's either AJ or Floyd that's going to get extended. You can't extend both of them. Who would you give the contract to?
I would still give it to Floyd. I think Floyd. I think Floyd at this point, and I know you're going to say his age, but I'm telling you guys, he's seems like he's playing better with age. This is now 4 seasons in a row that he's over 9 sacks. So he has, I think, 10 now on the season. Did he get a half sack today?
No, it was Oliver and Rousseau.
Okay, so he's still at 9.5. So, but I still think he's on pace to get at least 12, 13 sacks. We still got 4 games left. That's a really good season, guys. And I don't see why, if he's willing to come back at a reasonable offer, you want to extend him at least 2 more seasons. I would say 1 to 2 more seasons. I feel comfortable with having him with his age and all that. And I still think he could contribute. But will he, though? There could be a team out there willing to pay him. I mean, you saw what happened with Vaughn. You saw what happened with
Jones.
Jones. So age sometimes doesn't mean anything. Teams want pass rushers. If you can give them 9+ sacks, they will pay you.
You saw Floyd multiple times.
Absolutely.
Today.
Pressure.
Fact, listen, the last play of the game was high because Floyd hit Mahomes as he was throwing.
Exactly. So what? Listen, it's not always. Sometimes stats don't always show up in what players do. It's about pressure rate, about getting in your face, about making a quarterback make a bad decision or underthrow it, overthrow, hit his arm. And that's exactly what Floyd did at the end of the game when we needed that the most. And that's why that ball was underthrown. Plain and simple. We won the game because of the pressure.
I didn't hear what Pat said to Josh. Did you?
Yeah, what I saw him say something. He was like shaking his head, right? I did see that. He was like
I didn't catch it.
Maybe he said the refs fucking suck this year, man. I don't know, And Josh was like, "Yeah, they fucking do."
Pat told Josh in the playoffs, "You will lose." I know they're friends off the field, so
Yeah.
Pat was probably pretty pissed off. He probably said, "Good game, I'll call you later," or something along those lines. I didn't catch what he actually said.
Right.
But I wouldn't be surprised if Pat said these refs are fucking horrible to Josh.
I think it was. I have a feeling it was something about the refs, right?
Yeah. Or I'll catch you in the playoffs.
I'm just reading on some Twitter news. Patrick Mahomes doubling, tripling, and quadrupling down on the refs in his post-game presser.
Ooh, he's gonna get fined for that one.
Yeah, so I guess he's going all out on the refs.
Dude, he wanted to fight with one of the refs. They had to hold him back.
Hold on. I want to see if I can get some of this.
Oh, Pat said that offside was BS to Josh.
Oh, did he?
Like it's Josh's fault that the refs threw the flag?
Wow, that's pretty. I gotta say that's a little shitty. If you say good game, bro, leave that shit for the press conference, or has nothing to do with Josh. You know how many Josh Allen could complain on so many things after a game to a quarterback? Like that's kind of petty. I'm gonna be honest with you. That's pretty shitty. That's the first thing you say to him, bro. Like,
Crybaby Mahomes.
How about good game? How about fucking man? We always.
And if you're really that mad, just say, "Hey, I'll call you later, bro," and dap him up and you move on. Josh wouldn't have been upset if he was said, "Hey, I'll talk to you later." He understands being mad. That's the one thing I'll appreciate about Allen is no matter win, lose, or draw, he always goes and daps up whoever it is.
So there's that play there, or not the play, but Mahomes trying to go after the refs.
He wanted, yes.
I mean, come on.
He did. He chucked his helmet.
We came in here. That's our.
I missed this, by the way, so I didn't want to hear this real quick, guys. I'll play it for a quick second.
Playoff game. You said, "Holy cow!" Describe that one.
I mean, they're not always pretty, but when you're playing against a team like this, they're going to look like that sometimes. That's a heck of a team. That might have been the craziest play I've ever seen in my entire life. Travis Kelce, I know got called back, but we got to win. We came in here. That's our job. Obviously, some things to clean up, some things that we wish we had back, but we'll take it.
I don't want to get strike or anything, but yeah. Listen, you know what? One thing about Josh, he's always humble, and win or lose, man. And that's one thing, man. Like a little disappointing that Mahomes. If you said that, that's kind of shit.
I'm pretty sure Allen asked Kelce straight up, "Yo, is Pat okay? Check on him for me." Well, the camera angles made it look like that's what he said. He may have. Like Mahomes was hot. I've never seen him like that before. Like he was like uncontrollably hot. I've never seen him.
Yeah, I never. And me either. Never seen that before. I am curious what he
PI on his Hail Mary last week. Correctly said no.
I'm curious what he said though.
Yeah, now listen, we'll never know. No.
I'm talking about the press conference, like what he said about the refs.
We'll watch that after this. We'll watch that after.
Oh, I can't wait.
As a Miami diehard, those losses by the Jags and Chiefs were really good for us. Too bad the Ravens barely won out. Feels good to be a Miami fan right now. It is. You have a tough road coming up though. You have a couple really tough games to end your season. So good luck.
Yeah, 100%, man.
You should feel good. You guys are taking care of business. You're beating the teams they're putting in front of you. That's all. That's all you can do as a team.
Exactly, and that's one thing we couldn't do this season, and that's why we are 7-6 right
now. Right comes in and says, "Sure, he's a humble dude. He got $250 million back. I'd be humble too." Right?
Okay, so here we go. So I just want to read that to you. So I don't know if you could read that, Mikey, unless I'm going to zoom.
Patrick Mahomes on the final drive. It's tough to swallow, not only from me. Whoa, just changed it. And the football in general. to take away greatness like that for a guy like Travis to make a play like that. You want to see the guys on the field decide the game. They're human. They make mistakes, but every week we're talking about something. It's just the call. Just in the moment, not for myself. To have a flag change the outcome of a game, I've never had offense offsides called. If it does, they warn you. There wasn't a warning the entire game, and then you make a call like that in the final minute.
When do they warn you? What is he talking about?
A lot of times, yeah, they do. So if you have a wide receiver who's lining up offsides, they usually tell the receiver, "Hey, step back. You're offside."
I always thought the player points over to the ref and asks if he's good.
He does, but if the ref notices it. But here's the thing.
That's not the ref's responsibility. And that call gets called. That call gets called.
It wasn't a little bit of offsides. It
was a tremendous amount.
Offsides.
Yes. By the way, like Patrick Mahomes is acting like this has never happened in NFL history where there was a touchdown and a guy offsides on offense. Like, so you want them just to go, oh, we didn't see that because you're the Chiefs. And you're Patrick Mahomes. We're going to go.
He's never been called for it.
Right.
They've been from the calls.
Favorites.
This year,
right.
They're not.
Well, what? Right. Well, sorry. Okay. Sorry. The rules apply to you and your team as well. Okay. Because we get hosed all the time. And once again, if we would have lost that game, the Chiefs would have never said shit about it. If it was the opposite way and our guy was offsides, they had to come on here and go, oh, you guys are saying the ref screws you, blah, blah, blah. Like, you know what I mean? It's just funny how it works that way because fans are funny because now KC is going to go, refs suck. They cost us the game. They would do the same thing to us right now if it was opposite. It happens. Guys, it happens. Referees
the Eagle games, the NFL came out and said they made the wrong call when A.J. Brown fumbled. The NFL omitted it. And we lost the game because of it. You know what?
Absolutely.
Get in line, brother. It happens.
Right. Get in line. Enjoy it. This is the 2023 NFL season, baby. All right.
The refs are gonna fuck you. Welcome to the rest of us.
And then even fuck you there. It was a real, like, we can all agree you were offsides. Like,
and it wasn't like they saw him throw the pass, the backward pass, and then the guy running the touchdown. The flag was dropped as the play started.
Right.
So it wasn't like...
And I missed it.
It was a touchdown.
I missed it because I text Mikey. I'm like, laughing my fucking ass off. I'm like, of course that happened to us, right?
Like
of course. And I'm like, whoa, wait a minute, flag. Hold on. Oh, man.
McKinnon said the refs had it out for them in the locker room. Yeah. Refs have it out for everybody.
Bro, refereeing this year is terrible.
The Chiefs aren't used to losing like this. Listen,
right.
Don't leave it. If you don't want it, the refs to have a play, and you can't leave it. The same thing we said about the Bills, when we played the Eagles. You cannot leave it up to the refs at the end. If you do that, it is what it is.
Right.
We've been saying that because the Bills have been doing a lot of late game shit. You know?
Right.
We said it against the Broncos. Matter of fact, I believe we said it against the Giants when we won that game. We're like, it's a 50-50 call. And
I would have called it. I thought that was a penalty against the Bills. They didn't call it. You know what I mean? It is what it is.
Welcome to the NFL. They're not used to it, guys. They don't have calls. They're not in a lot of these super tight games like this either, though.
Exactly. They're not used to. And by the way, that's 2 games in a row they lost. They're not, this is a rough year. And they go to what, 8-6 now?
Yeah.
I believe
8-5. They're 8-5.
8-5. Okay. Still, that's not, that's
or 7-6.
Right. They're not used to being in these. Right?
Matter of fact, I believe the Broncos are right behind them in the standings.
Yeah. Because they won today. Absolutely.
Yeah.
7-6.
Yeah, they're only a game up on the Broncos. Now, they have a very soft schedule down the stretch, and they should win out.
Right,
because,
they should.
I think they get like the Chargers, who now don't have Herbert, and they got to their schedule down the stretch is pretty cakewalk, so they should easily get there. So they get at the Patriots, right? That's who they have next. They're at the Patriots. A home versus the Raiders, a home versus Cincinnati with a third-string quarterback,
Right.
At the Chargers, and that's how they end the season.
Yeah,
they should win out.
They should win out. You never know any given Sunday, but yeah, I agree with that as well. They should win out.
Yes, Allen doesn't care about stats at this point. He just wants to win. Just give him a W.
I agree.
It
don't matter. Yeah, this is a team sport anyways. This ain't for
Allen went off against the Eagles and we lost, and it did him no good.
Exactly. This was, listen, like I said, we knew going into this game that the defense of the Chiefs was legit. They're a tough defense. Though I will be honest with you. I thought our receivers would do a little better than what they did today. Like that was I don't think their secondary's that good. We made them look freaking amazing out there. We just could not get open. And when we did, Allen didn't have the time. He had to either throw the ball away or make a different decision.
You have too much faith that this defense was going to go into cruise control. Did Allen make a bad throw? Yes. After 6 years, yes, Allen's going to.
Every quarterback does. Yeah.
When you have a guy who scores as many as a one-man offense the way Allen is, you're going to have to live with those type of turnovers. He threw the ball 50 times today again.
Right.
They live and die by Josh Allen.
Absolutely. And did you see the play that where was all over the Twitter?
I know you like him.
Yeah. So,
but I don't think they weren't cruise control. They would not have been in cruise control. Nothing tells me that this defense was going to be able to hold Pat Mahomes down for a long time.
Right. You knew they were going to score at some point
now
and get back into the game.
Even if we kick the field goal there, it goes 17.
Right.
Did he let them give them short field? Yes. Did they score a touchdown off it? Yes. You want to know what the bigger issue is to me? Is we had 2 turnovers and we didn't score any points off of either of them.
Right.
Yeah. That's a bigger issue to me.
Or the fact that they scored. It was 14-7, and we winded up driving the ball down the field.
Get in the field goal range, and our head coach decides to throw a Hail Mary instead of letting our kicker drive.
Instead of potentially going up 17-7 in the half, we go up 14-7. You know what I mean, guys? So, you guys, I'm telling you, man, things like that is what costs games. And that's why, McDermott sometimes just drives me insane.
But gets puckered at the end of a half and the end of the game, and he doesn't know how to close them out. We got lucky. Call it what you want. We got lucky. He lined up offsides.
Oh, absolutely.
We were gonna L here too.
Absolutely, because I don't think we would have. I think we would have. I don't think we would.
We would have had to get a touchdown because they would have went out by 4.
Exactly, and I don't know if there. I mean, it would have been time, but I don't know if we would have made it happen. And I will say though, when that play was happening. Mm-hmm. I was like, fuck it, let him in. Anyways, I didn't even because I knew at that point we needed the time. You know what I'm saying? Because you stop them there, and now they're just going to run it and kneel it and kick you know what I mean, and go for a touchdown. We leave us 0 points on the board. You know what I mean? So in a way, I was like, fuck it, I'm kind of glad. But then obviously the point got went back.
I'll tell you, if they would have kicked the field goal, I'll be perfectly honest with you. If they would have kicked the field goal to tie it up, I would have been more pissed about it at the end because McDermott passed on the 62-yarder.
Right? Yeah,
in good condition.
It made no sense.
Dude, the Eagles let their guys boot a 60-yarder in the pouring down rain, and we don't let our highly top 5 paid kicker give an opportunity.
Right. Who has a big leg. It's not like
he doesn't have a big
accurate,
leg.
But not a big leg. He has a big leg. Now, would he have made? I mean, listen, it's still a long field goal. He could have missed it, sure, but who cares? Give him the opportunity. I'd rather that than a Hail Mary that could have went wrong. Right, intercepted, returned to the house. Josh Allen got strip sack. Anything bad could happen there. Field goal, fine. I mean, I get a field goal and get blocked, but I just would have preferred a field goal in that.
You know what? The defense has lost us 3 or 4 games this year, but they stood up today at the very end and got us the stop that we needed.
Absolutely.
I mean, they got lucky. They got a reprieve, but I've seen in the past, let's get a reprieve and us still blow it. So.
Yeah, and I was still concerned. I still was like, hey, okay, you know what? It's 3rd and 15 now, right? I'm thinking, okay, it's the Chiefs. They need 15, they'll pick up 25 because that's how we do. Matter of fact, there was a play, Mikey, in that game, I think it was early on, 3rd and 18, and they wound up picking up 24. You know what I mean? It's how can we, the defense sometimes drives me insane.
Yeah. Spence said, I had more faith in Casey scoring a TD and Allen getting the ball back with a minute 15 and 3 touchdowns than I did the way we won. Me too. Like I text Tommy, oh, this does not. I have no faith that we're getting a stop here.
It was not looking good. It was definitely the game was turning for the worse at one point. It was. But I also saw the Chiefs not really dialing it up either. So it kind of was. They were kind of lingering. They also had the fumble,
catching the ball though.
Yeah. Well, they had some drop passes as well in that game early on. That hurt them.
Yes, the Chiefs can go their way. We'll go ours.
Yeah, dude.
Let's straight in Arrowhead in the regular season.
Oh my God! I'm just happy we got the dub. It wasn't the prettiest game, but I will say, Mikey, boy, our receivers, our offensive line need to play much better because next weekend we have a
Cowboys
force of a defense coming at us with Parsons. By the way, is Parsons even playing though? He was hurt this weekend.
He popped up on the injury report. They said he's going to play too.
Okay. So he'll probably play unless something happens. But that's a good defensive front. That's a good defense altogether.
We need to wherever he's at. We need to chip wherever he's at. You need to chip.
And I hope Joe Brady. Honestly, I hope he learned a lesson today in this game because this is his first. I will say this is the first one where teams actually were getting through with pressure and bringing it. I hope Joe Brady looks back at the film and go, you know what? I have to do a better job protecting Josh Allen. Let's get somebody back there. Gilliam, a running back, Murray, whoever. Fournette.
So much 12 personnel. It killed our.
I don't like that either. And I hope he also goes back. Flow. Yeah. I hope he goes back and sees that didn't work either. Get Dawson Knox involved, but it doesn't necessarily need to be 12 personnel.
Well, I saw a ton of Gilliam running freaking motion.
I did not understand that either. The Gilliam motion. Like, they know you're not. And okay, I'll say
they didn't throw it to him once either.
I was just about to say that. I'll say this. If they threw it to him, it would have been great because no one even probably thought even he was going to get the ball. Mm-hmm. You get what I'm saying? Like, if you were to actually thrown it to him at least once, maybe it might have worked where, like, the Chiefs weren't covering him.
Yeah, I'm with Spin on this one. The nightmares of the 3rd and 18s. You can't allow a 24-yard catch on 3rd and 18.
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, just unacceptable. Guys wide open, man.
Yeah, but there's a thing, Tommy. Cowboys have been bad away from home. They have been. They struggle.
No, and that's good. I
want them to play bad.
Right, but that doesn't mean their defense.
Parsons is playing, and Cowboys are up 7-0 on the Eagles. And this is going to be emotional with the Cowboys tonight. We get them coming off of an emotional game.
Exactly, but that might be a good thing though. Like because they're going to be playing. It's going to be a physical game.
I think we can beat the Cowboys too.
Absolutely, we can at home. Coming off a good win against KC, but we need to play better. Our offensive line has to protect better and give Josh Allen more time. If they can't, then Joe Brady needs to, game plan something around the pass rush to get this offense going.
Levi Wallace was the 3rd and 18 habitual when he was here. 3rd and 18, they just throw it to whoever Levi was covering and they'd get it.
Right.
It's just like, but you know what? I mean, that 3rd and 18, Kelsey ran the opposite way of where Mahomes was running, and Mahomes had a strong enough arm. There's only 2 guys in the league that do that. Mahomes and Allen.
Absolutely.
And the difference was our safety tried to pick it and missed it, and their safety tried to pick Allen and did.
Right.
Another
play they need to take out too, by the way. That shotgun draw that Joe Brady called late in the game. Tell me you weren't like cursing because I cursed. I'm like, why are you doing that? What are you doing?
I did.
And then the screen passes today to the receivers that haven't really worked all year. Once again, we're dropping them, or they're getting tackled in the backfield. They're just a waste of a play. I'm going to be honest with you. Those screen plays to the receivers don't work. Stop it. Like, get it. Maybe once, twice in a game, but my God, we run them a lot. Get that out of the playbook, please, or stop going to it so much. And obviously the shotgun draw for Allen, I cannot stand it. I don't mind him going up the middle when it's not a call. Like when he's
I don't mind
he sees it open, he goes,
And when in the red zone, like when they ran the shotgun.
Yeah, that was fine. Yeah,
in the red zone. That's fine. You don't need to do that in the middle of the field.
Right. So I'm saying in the mid. Right. That's what I'm talking about. Like, what are you doing there? What was the sense of that play?
Yeah, I'm with you on that one. I got you. I choose to forget about the non-drafted guys. Buddy of DeMar. Yeah, it is what it is. I'm excited. Bring on Dallas. Listen,
you should
guys,
be.
We got our. Listen, we talked about a lot of negative things that happened today. We talked about the positive things that happened. The biggest thing that came out of today is we got the W,
baby. Yes.
Absolutely. Doesn't matter if it was ugly or not. We got the W.
Yeah. I don't give a fuck if we won 3-0, right? Like, yeah, absolutely.
We would. We'd be on here blasting Brady.
No, I would still say we got a dub. I would still be happy with the win.
At this point, it's all about what goes into the W column. That's all that matters.
That's it. Yeah. We can't have the L's.
If we win it with the offense, if we win with the defense, if the special team one day decides to finally show up because we pay him a crap load of money, Seren Niels looked horrible today.
I don't know what he was doing on the one. I think he thought he was at the 1 or half-yard line when he fielded the punt.
But he also is the guy who missed the tackle on the big return.
I know. That was a bad 25 yards.
And we're paying him a ton of freaking money.
I like him though. He's gonna listen. He don't have enough bad games where I'm gonna totally bash him. But
I don't want to see Davis back next year. I don't think Davis will be back next year.
He won't be. I would be shocked.
I'm with you. I want us to go get us a wide receiver.
I think he was complaining a little bit there too when he came off the field there. It seemed like he was like, what the fuck? Like I could kind of see
running all by himself.
Yeah. I kind of saw him.
Go back and watch the tape. You had Chris Jones in Josh's face.
No, I get it. That's what I'm saying. It was easier said than done, but obviously if he knew he would have went in that direction first. You know what I mean? Because he was wide open. But just no time.
Know what it reminded me of? It reminded me of that playoff game when he just ran by the guy.
Yeah. Yep.
It reminded me so much of that.
And Allen, but what was the difference? Allen had time.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
A big difference. All right, Mikey, is there anything else?
Nope, I think that's it. So what's on tap for this week?
Tomorrow, guys, Monday at 9:30, me and Mikey will be going live, and we'll be doing the good, bad, and the ugly for this game. We'll have a little bit more of a breakdown of this game, so you don't want to miss that at 9:30. And then obviously for the rest of the week, we got Tuesday wrestling at 7:30, Nuclear Heat Wave, Wednesday nothing, maybe a video by me. Always look out for videos I make. Thursday is Mafia Means Family podcast, and Friday, of course, me and Mikey. No, it's not this week. I do want to say something. In a couple weeks, me and Mikey are going to be joining Nickel City Mafia on December 22nd.
Yep.
Is that correct? Yeah. December 22nd. We'll be going to Nickel City page, YouTube channel at 8:00 for a special. It's like a Christmas special where a lot of the donations are going, or all the donations are going to a kid with cancer. So you definitely want to join that. Me and Mike will be going live at 7 on our channel. So we'll be doing an hour covering the Chargers game, previewing that game, and then we're going to jump from our channel to their channel. So anyone that's watching that day, we'll let you know, obviously, hey, join us over here at Nickel City Mafia, because that's going to be fun, man. So you guys don't want to miss that.
Yes, I'll take it. And give me some wide receivers. I think Neighbor will be the second wide receiver off the board. That's saying that that Harrison comes out. But yeah. Listen, there's a ton of wide receivers in this year's draft that I like. So, and we'll definitely get into that in this offseason. There's also some free agent wide receivers that may be looking to come this way as well. That would be a fantastic wide receiver twos.
Right.
Cough, cough, Mike Evans. Cough, cough.
Yep. God, that would be phenomenal.
Oh boy!
If he could somehow pull that one off. I would love it. Like, that is a fucking 1/2. Yeah,
that's a game changer,
guy. Absolutely. All right, guys. So we're out of here, man. We appreciate you guys once again. Bills Mafia, we love you.
Got the W.
As always.
Enjoy your victory Monday. We'll see you tomorrow.
Yes. As always, go Bills. We're out of here.
Bills.
Peace.
Better work next time, loser.